Hey gang, PDT here, and it is a cold day in hell. Well, Ealing. Just my little joke there. So, it's currently 2 days after payday. Payday was Friday. You know, I would be feeling flush, but I'm not, because I've had to buy lots of Christmas presents and things. Not for you. You've been very naughty this year, and I think you know why. But, you know, I've had to buy them for my family, for my girlfriend, and yeah, that's still a thing that's going on. I don't know how either. I've also had to shell out on train tickets and things, and Daleks, obviously. But my point is that I've had payday, I don't have much money, but I've still got the urge to go out and like spend. So I've decided to come to a compromise, and that is to take the CEX £5 challenge. Now, if you've not heard of the CEX £5 challenge before, that's because I just made it up. That's the kind of creative thinker I am. It's pretty much exactly as it sounds. I am going to go to CEX, probably in Shepherd's Bush. I quite like the one in Shepherd's Bush. You go down to the basement, which is, you know, apparently where geeks are most happiest anyway. I mean, it's not my mum's basement. My mum's never had a basement. But, you know, that's the cliche. Anyway, I'm going to go into the basement at CeX, and I am going to take a £5 note. This exact one. I've not actually gone yet, so it is going to be this exact £5 note. And I am going to see how many DVDs I could get for that price. I know the maximum DVDs I could get, I think, is 20. Because I don't believe that their prices go really under 25p. You know, those are the real quality discs. I know you know, I'm not going to spend above £1 on a DVD. I think if I even spend like pounds on more than one DVD, I'll be disappointed. Because I really think I want to try and get quality for my £5 for 10 or 20 DVDs. I probably won't. I'll probably end up getting, you know, Mavis Beacon Teachers Typing the movie, because who wouldn't watch that? So yeah, I'm going to take this £5 note, which, you know, tallowy. So yeah, join my future self in just a few short seconds and see what he's bought. Will it be crap? Yes, it definitely will be crap. All right, I'm off. Goodbye. Oh, should probably put some trousers on first. Okay, so I am back. And yeah, I did indeed get 10 DVDs. It appears that Poundland don't really do... Poundland? No, I didn't go to Poundland. 10 DVDs from Poundland would be £1. Although they've started selling stuff at just any odd price now, so who knows? Yeah, I couldn't see any 25p movie DVDs. I don't know if they've upped their minimum price. I know they've upped their postage charges, which has been causing a stir on Twitter. So there we go, 10 DVDs. I think, for the most part, I've actually done quite well. That's the thing. Maybe I should have set out to buy 10 deliberately shite DVDs. I don't know. But I didn't. I set out to just buy 10 DVDs. I didn't really look at the film section, because the places I always go to in Poundland first are the kids section and the TV and documentary section. And after I'd done that, I'd already got 10. So I didn't really need to do the films. Plus there's loads of films at 50p and I couldn't be arsed. So there we go. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that this is actually going to be that entertaining. I know, I'm pre-selling it really well. But this is just me going through 10 DVDs that, for the most part, there's a couple which I'll get onto. I've lost one of them in my bag. But there's a couple, you know, for the most part, I think I'll probably just quite enjoy them. So, okay. First two I got. Sarah Millican's 2 live DVDs. I've only seen a bit of Sarah Millican stand-up. I quite enjoyed it. And I quite like her when I've heard her on interviews and things. She seems to be quite kind of switched on. So I figured, yeah, buy those two. 50p each. Job done. Next up, that Peter Kay thing. I will say, I'm not a big fan of Peter Kay. Not as a stand-up, certainly. But I've always heard... So I quite enjoyed what I saw of Phoenix Nights, and I've always heard really good things about the PTK thing, which is his, like, I think it's a mockumentary series, essentially, with 6 different characters, or possibly 15 unique character creations. Some of them are probably a bit derivative, but there we go. So yeah, I don't know if this is where Phoenix Knights came from, or if it was the other way around, because Max and Paddy are in it, and Brian Potter. So yeah, interesting to watch. Next up, Anger Management Season 1, or otherwise known as What Charlie Sheen Did Next. Despite all the stuff around him, and despite how shite 2.5 Men was, I used to find Charlie Sheen quite a likeable. I mean, you know, I quite liked Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. So I'm just interested to see all 10 episodes of the first season. Maybe I'm only interested to see one of those episodes. Who knows? More stand-up now. It's mostly stand-up, to be honest. I'm trying to kind of kickstart, get back into that phase, mainly because Sarah wants to go up to Edinburgh in August, and I'd quite like to actually enjoy some of it. Angelos Epithemiou and Friends Live. Again, I've never really been sure where I stand on Angelos Epithemiou. Some of his stuff I've quite enjoyed, some of his stuff not so much. I don't know who the friends are. I don't know if he was associated with Barry from Watford by this point, but 50p, worth a punt in it. And someone else who's stand-up I've never really watched much of, but he comes a lot more highly rated, Billy Connolly. And Billy Connolly, you asked for it, his most requested comedy clips. So in theory, this should be all of his best stuff. I mean, maybe it's not, maybe it's just the stuff that was all cut out from previous DVDs, and so the completist has gone, oh, can you add the poorly received Elf on a Shelf routine? Still don't know what an Elf on a Shelf is. Next up, it's The Wrong Man's. I know James Corden, Mr. Popular at the moment, but I feel like this was actually quite lauded at the time. It's some kind of comedy drama thing starring James Corden and Matthew Bainton, who's in the Horrible Histories stuff and things. It's meant to be quite good, and I quite like James Corden when he's acting. It's just like him as a person, I think, is a prick. So yeah, 50p. And in a similar spirit, Benidorm, which I've never seen, but it's in its like 8th, 9th series now. Something like that. It's been going on for bloody ages on ITV. And I just feel like, why not? Series 1, 50p. And then we started to get kind of towards the end. You know, I picked those 8 out. I was happy with those. But I still had £1 of that crispy fiver. It's gone. I did genuinely pay with the fiver. This wasn't putting it on the debit card and pretending. No, I would have filmed it, but she would have thought that weird. This I think I'll probably quite enjoy. Cats and Dogs, the classic Jeff Goldblum movie, featuring the voices of Alec Baldwin, Susan Sarandon, John Lovitz, Charlton Heston and Sean Hayes. I mean, I like cats and I like dogs, but which is better? Only one way to find out. Make a possibly shit film about it. And finally, something that in theory I should quite enjoy is probably going to be awful. Garfield's Fun Fest. It's CGI. Garfield, long-running champion of Cartoon World's Funfest talent show, believes he can't lose with his winning comedy routine. Problem is, his sidekick and girlfriend Arlene wants to change the act. When Garfield refuses, Arlene partners up with the super suave new cat in town, Ramon, for a show-stopping tango. And this is Ramon. I mean, I do not know what is going on with that cat. Steroids, I imagine. Steroids in the kitty cat. Without steroids in the kitty cat, but also in the kitty cat. It works because over here in the UK we have a brand of cat food called Kitty Cat. I imagine it's still going. And also it is a kitty cat. It's clever. With hours ticking away till showtime, Garfield and Odie set out to find the magic pond of funny water. See, I quite like the setup for the first one. The setup for the first bit sounds like, okay, yeah. You know, Garfield hijinks. They set out to find the magic pond of funny water within the mystical forest. I didn't read this second paragraph. In a hilarious journey of riddles, jokes, and a meeting with Freddy the Frog. Fred the Frog, Fred the Frog, Fred the Frog, Fred the Frog. There's like 2 people watching this who'll get that, but they are fucking pissing themselves. Can Garfield learn the lessons of true comedy, make it back in time to capture first prize, and win Arlene back? I suspect if he does manage to find the secrets of true comedy, he'll probably need to tell the writers. Yep, Frank Welker plays Garfield the cat, which is when you know that your franchise has gone down the tits. Down the tits? Your franchise has gone down the tits, mate. So there we go. I'm going to leave it there. So there we go. 10 DVDs from CEX. I just really want Poundland to sponsor me. 10 DVDs from CeX. About 6 or 7 of them I'll probably quite enjoy. That's not too bad. Damn it.